August 1st, 2021, the 18th Sunday in Ordinary Time. We are continuing the discourse on the bread of life from last Sunday. Today, the people have caught up with Jesus and the disciples who had slipped away to the other side of the lake after feeding the 5,000. The miracle of the loaves began with the Lord noticing that people were hungry. Matthew narrates that Jesus was concerned about people falling on the way if they were sent away hungry. However, if we read falling as a physical fall, we miss the point altogether. Hunger could make people do things they would not otherwise do, make them fall from their usual goodness and grace. In Victor Hugo's novel, Les Mis, Jean Valjean was caught stealing food for his hungry family. He was a good man who was forced to steal because of the hunger of his family. A similar story played out recently in Italy. In 2016, a verdict from the Italian Supreme Court opened the eyes of many to the legal system. Roman Ostriakov, a Ukrainian refugee, had stolen some food worth less than €5. The lower court convicted him of 6 months imprisonment and a fine of €100. Sometimes our legal systems are so primitive that they do not even match eye for an eye standards. The compensation asked for was many times over the value of the lost property. In this case, the Supreme Court squashed the issue and said that the right to survival is greater than the property right. If a poor man steals food, it is his right. Poverty and hunger can push people to untold atrocities. They will fall, and we are responsible. The bread that Jesus gave was more than food and calories. All feeding is more than the calories of the bread. There is a story of a little boy raised by his elder brother after they lost their parents. When the boy returned home from a poor hostel for his summer holiday, his sister-in-law gave him a sumptuous meal. He kept eating until all the rice, enough for 3 people, was gone. Then, he kept saying that he was still not satisfied. The bewildered woman reported the matter to her husband, his brother. He went and sat with the boy. He took 2 remaining grains of rice at the rim of the plate and fed them ever so tenderly into his mouth. The boy burped and said, "Now I am full." The boy was satisfied when he was assured of the love in the food. Jesus fed the people like the brother fed the boy. After having their fill, however, the people were no longer in need of the love which they had already received in the sharing of the bread. Rather, they were after only the business of the bread. When love is separated from food, it becomes a profit-making endeavor, a business. And they sought for Jesus like a rich bread wholesaler who gave away bread for free. It is estimated that in those days, and even now in most parts of the world, that 85% of income is spent on bread. If they can get bread freely, they can save some work. The woman at the well made that argument very openly. "Give me the water that will never make me thirsty again, and I will not have to come to draw water again." This is a profitable, a business. Knowing why the people are following him, Jesus invites them to reform their mindset. In the beginning, they had gathered around him to listen to the word of God. Then, they were fed with bread too. Now, the people are in search of bread and might be willing to tolerate some preaching. The priorities have changed. Jesus tells them, the bread that will never make them hungry again is the bread from heaven. It is this bread that they should be seeking. Then he makes the solemn proclamation, "I am the bread of life." Jesus is not yet speaking about the Eucharist, but he is speaking about the Word of God. He invites them to believe in the Word made flesh.